So today we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter number 5, coal and petroleum. So before that, knowing about the coal and petroleum, we know that the nature has been the provider for living things since their evolution. Means for the smallest need also we depend on the nature. Nature provides us with everything what we need. So nature's resources have supported our development from the stone age till today. So first of all, what is natural resource? The resources or the needest things that we get from the nature, these are called natural resource. Our earth is the only planet in the solar system that supports life. So we are most of the things we are getting from the nature, and the resources that we are getting from the nature, these are called natural resources. Our earth is the only planet that supports life. Scientists are searching for life on other planets, but since now they have no conclusive finding. So that is why our earth is a unique planet, because it has made the life possible, because of the presence of water and the distance from the sun. Two things are there: the presence of water on the earth and the distance of earth from the sun makes life possible on the earth and makes the earth a unique planet. So we think we need many things for our survival. So we need plenty of substances. Our basic needs are food, air, water, shelter. These needs are fulfilled by the resources which are available on the earth. We get oxygen from air, water from the rivers, and food from the plants. So these are the basic needs, and these are also fulfilled by the nature. However, with the evolution and development, our needs have increased and many folds, and we utilize loads of substance found on earth to meet the needs. As far as we are developing and evolution takes place, our needs are also increasing. So these substances are called natural resource, the substances which is helpful for us in our needy things and which is obtained from the nature. Those substances are called natural resource. Air, water, trees, minerals, these are natural resources available to us. We use them in the natural form, from while others changed into more complex material. So these are the examples of natural resource which are available to us, that is air, water, trees, minerals. Okay, so then petrol, oil, butter, cosmetics, these are the human made substance which are made from natural resource. We are using petrol, we are using cosmetics, oil or butter. So all these are human made substance which are made from the natural resources. So we can classify the natural resources into two main categories, that is renewable or non-exhaustive resources and non-renewable or exhaustive resources. So there are two categories for the natural resource. These are, so first category is renewable or non-exhaustive resource. That means renewable means they are the resource present in nature which are not used up, not yet used up completely. Means even if we are using it, it will not get finished by human activities, because these resources are present in very large amount. For example, air, water, sunlight, these are non-exhaustive resources or renewable resources. That means these are present in very large amount and it will not get finished by any human activity. So example we can give as air, water, sunlight. Next is our non-renewable or exhaustive resources. That means these are the natural resources which are present in limited amounts, so they may get completely used up by humans. For example, we can take coal, petroleum, minerals, plants, animals. These are present in limited amounts and they can be, or they may get completely used up by human activities. So example we can give as coal, petroleum, mineral, these are the non-renewable or exhaustive resources. Plants and animals also goes under this category. And air, water, sunlight, which will not get finished even after the human activities, which are present in very large quantity, these are called renewable resources. So non-renewable resources take millions of years to form. Once this is coal and petroleum or minerals, these are getting used up, then it take millions of years to form. Coal and petroleum are known to be formed from living organisms that existed millions of years ago. So here in non-renewable, coal and petroleum, these are believed to be formed from living organisms that existed millions of years ago. Since these are remains of ancient plants and animals, these are called fossil fuels. So these two are called fossil fuels because these two formed from the remains of ancient plants and animals. So coal and petroleum are also known as fossil fuels because these are formed from the remains of ancient plants and animals. So now we will study in detail about the coal and petroleum. So first of all we will discuss about the coal. So coal is a black colored solid fuel and it mainly contains carbon along with hydrogen and small amount of nitrogen and sulfur. So coal contains carbon, then hydrogen along with small amount of nitrogen and sulfur. It is found in the coal mines deep under the earth crust and has to be dug out. So coal is dug from the deep mines or coal mines which is present deep under the earth crust. So in India, coal is mainly found in Bihar, Odisha, West Bengal and Madhya Pradesh. These are the places where coal are found in India. So mainly coal is a black colored solid fuel and it contains carbon, hydrogen and small amounts of nitrogen and sulfur. So the constituents of coal, we can say that carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen and sulfur. So now if we will see the formation of coal, coal formed from dense forest that existed about 300 million years ago in low lying areas. So 300 million years ago it took to form the coal. So 300 million years ago the coal was formed from dense forest that existed, and then some phenomenon, natural phenomenon like floods and earthquakes, these forests got buried under the earth crust. Due to the natural phenomenon like earthquake and floods and all, these forests, dense forest got buried under the earth crust. Over a long period of time more soil deposited over them, like one layer then another layer. So long period time, over the long period time more soil deposited over them, pressing and sinking them deeper into the crust. So another layer is formed again after a long time, another layer is formed and they are pressing and sinking the lower layer to the deeper into the crust. Under high pressure and high temperature this forest slowly decompose to form coal. So when they undergoes high pressure and temperature, this forest they slowly they decompose to form coal, and this process is known as carbonization. This process is called carbonization. Coal is a fossil fuel, that means it is the remains of the ancient trees. So coal is the remains of the ancient trees, and the process by which the coal is formed, that is called carbonization. So once again I am telling, first of all coal was formed from dense forest that existed about 300 million years ago. So due to the natural phenomenon like floods and earthquakes, those forests got buried under the earth crust. Then over the long period of time some more soil deposited over the layer, pressing and sinking them. Again over the long period of time another layer was formed. So the new layer which is formed, that layer is pressing and sinking the lower layer deeper into the crust, and due to the high pressure and high temperature those forests slowly decompose to form coal. That process by which coal was formed, that process is called carbonization. And coal is a fossil fuel. Coal is a fossil fuel because it is the remains of the ancient trees. So next class we will discuss about the energy from the coal, or the products that we are getting, or useful substances that we are getting from the coal. Till then you learn all these things, read the book.